Imagine being terrified that your entire reputation could be ruined by one selfish, manipulative person. That was me. Cornered, humiliated, and blackmailed by someone I thought was a friend. But what he didn't realize was that I would turn the tables in the most brutal way possible. If you've ever wanted to see karma catch up with someone who abused their power, hit that like button, subscribe, and buckle up, because this revenge story, it's one you'll never forget. Setup. And character's I was 19 when it happened, just starting college, full of insecurities, but hopeful. I wasn't the loud, confident type. I was quiet, careful with my friendships, and maybe a little too trusting. Entered Jason. He was one of those guys who acted like everyone's best friend, but had this sly way of getting under your skin. The kind of person who knew exactly how to spot your weaknesses and twist them. We weren't close, but we shared a few classes. At first, he seemed nice enough, always offering me notes, joking around, acting like he cared. I didn't know he had an entirely different plan. The blackmail begins. One night at a small dorm party, I made a stupid mistake. I had too much to drink, and Jason was there with his phone, recording things I didn't even notice. Nothing illegal, but enough to be humiliating. Me stumbling, slurring words, sitting too close to a guy I didn't even like. The next morning, Jason sent me a message. "Hey, nice moves last night. Shame if people saw that video, huh?" My stomach dropped. He attached a short clip, just enough to make me panic. I typed back, "Delete it, Jason. That's not funny." But his reply? "Relax. I won't share it, if you help me out from time to time." At first, it was small. He wanted me to do his assignments, cover for him in group projects, lie to professors when he skipped class. But it got darker. He started hinting at wanting me to hang out with him more. Alone. I felt sick every time I saw him. My heart would pound in my chest, my palms sweating whenever my phone buzzed, terrified it was him threatening to release the video. I tried ignoring him once, but then he sent me another message. "Don't forget, I've got proof of how sloppy you really are. Do what I say, or everyone will see it." It went on for weeks. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't focus. My grades slipped. My friends started noticing I was pulling away. Then, one day in the library, he leaned over my shoulder and whispered, "You're mine, you know. Don't even think about crossing me." That was the breaking point. The moment my fear turned into something else. Anger. I wasn't stupid. Jason thought he was the only one who could play dirty. But I started paying attention, watching him, noticing patterns. He bragged constantly about cheating on assignments. He flirted shamelessly with girls, some of them already in relationships. And he had a habit of leaving his phone lying around. When he got too comfortable, that was my opening. Execution begins step 1. I played along. Pretended to still be scared. Pretended he had me under control. Meanwhile, I got closer, asking him for help with projects, hanging out in study groups. One afternoon, while he went to grab coffee, I had less than 2 minutes with his phone. Heart racing, hands shaking, I plugged it into my laptop and copied everything I could. Photos, videos, messages. And what I found? It was gold, screenshots of him mocking professors, chats bragging about blackmailing not just me, but 2 other girls. And the kicker, explicit photos he had secretly taken of one of his flings, without her consent. I knew I couldn't just expose him recklessly. I needed it to hit hard, leave no doubt, and make sure he could never touch me, or anyone else, again. So I set the stage. I reached out to one of the girls he had also blackmailed. She was scared, just like me, but when I showed her the proof, she agreed to help. Together, we went to the college administration with everything. The screenshots, the photos, the messages. But I also had a backup plan, just in case they tried to sweep it under the rug. I had already scheduled an anonymous email blast with all the evidence to professors, student leaders, and even Jason's own parents. If the college didn't act, everyone would know. It was brutal and beautiful. Jason was called into a disciplinary hearing within days. Word spread like wildfire. Students whispered about the guy who got caught blackmailing and taking photos without consent. He tried to deny it, of course. But when they showed him the evidence, his face turned pale. He stuttered. His cocky smirk finally wiped clean. He was suspended immediately, pending further investigation. Within weeks, he was expelled. And when his parents saw the evidence, Let's just say, I doubt he's enjoying life back at home. For me, it felt like breathing fresh air for the first time in months. The constant fear, the humiliation, the weight pressing on my chest, it all lifted. And the best part? He had no idea I was the one who orchestrated it. To this day, I never admitted it. But every time I walk across campus, free and unafraid, I know the truth. I won. The same guy who whispered in my ear telling me I was his, now, he's the one with nothing. No degree, no friends, no power, just the memory of how he tried to destroy me and ended up destroying himself.